Hello and welcome. This is Ken Heaston on air with the evening news, and it is great to be with you this evening. This is going to be a really fun topic we're talking about tonight because a lot of network marketers and direct sales representatives use Craigslist or are told to use Craigslist by their upline. Craigslist can be a very powerful way to get your name out there, but there's some things about Craigslist that I think are really important to understand. Now, before I really get into this topic, I just want to give a shout out to one of my subscribers, Ebony Crane, from Lebanon, Missouri, and she is the reason that I broadcast this evening because she has recently moved and has had a really good business where she came from with her Advocare business. But she has moved now and just recently got settled in, and she doesn't know very many people in her community. And as you can well imagine, her sales volume has really dropped off. And so she's looking at ways that she can quickly find new clients in this new area that she has. Now, so this is great for someone in Ebony's circumstances, but it's equally as good for someone who is just starting in business and wants to get some local clientele going, or whose business has been on hold for a little while and just wants to get it fired back up. And when you think of reaching out to local people, one of the first things you might think about is the newspaper or those little flyer type newspapers, the weeklies that come out. And, you know, uh, they're fine, but they're kind of expensive, especially like I know the local newspaper here in our town is really quite expensive. And the weekly is not as expensive, but if you go to the section where you would normally put a home business type of ad, what you find is there's hardly anybody advertising in there, which means that there's probably not very many people looking at it either. So if you want to go into the miscellaneous part of that paper where all the ads are, you really probably would end up buying a display ad, and that would probably cost you about 20, 30, $40 a week. So you have to be you have to really want to do that. Now I've seen it done, and I know that people have done that, but Craigslist is great because of the fact that it's free, and that attracts a lot of people. The problem with Craigslist is not really with Craigslist, it's with how people use Craigslist. For one thing, there are a lot of people that want to advertise home business opportunities like network marketing or direct sales using Craigslist, but they don't want to follow the rules. The first rule that you have to understand is that Craigslist is a local advertising platform, and that is the first place that people cross the line. Um, as a matter of fact, you can go out and buy software that costs quite a bit, really, and all it's designed to do is try to beat Craigslist at their own game, you know. And if you use that type of software, first of all, it's not free anymore, is it? And secondly, you're going to get flagged pretty quick, and you're not going to be able to go on. Okay, so using those type of tactics is what we call black hat. It means it's against the terms of service. And let me ask you a question: do you really want to build your business based on breaking the terms of service of the websites that you use? Do you want to teach people in your group to use black hat techniques? Um, is that the type of ethics that you want in your business? Well, if the answer is no, if you'd like to use white hat techniques like I recommend, then see Craigslist as a way to build a local group. Okay? Um, secondly, well, I'll tell you what, before we get into secondly, let's just move on over to Craigslist and we'll take a look so I can show you what I'm talking about as we go. So here we go. All right, so I just brought up Craigslist here in my area, and Craigslist is pretty smart. There's a lot of people use Craigslist all the time, all over the world. And they've got a pretty good handle on what's going on. They have my hometown right up here in the top. They know, based on where I logged in, uh, where I'm at. And that's what they show me. Because, as I said, Craigslist is a local advertising platform. Okay. So, one of the first things that people do, as I stated earlier, is they want to change this up here. They want to go into other cities around, say, maybe bigger cities all around the United States, maybe in other countries, and they want to advertise in those areas. That is against Craigslist terms of service. If you do that, you're not going to do it for very long, okay? Second thing that people really want to do, if you are going to advertise your home business, your network marketing business, or your direct sales business on Craigslist, there's a category for that. It's here under services and it's called small biz ads. That is the place where you can advertise. Okay? Now, especially if you are looking for to sign up reps, that is where you go. And that's the only place you go. Okay, now if you want to sell products, you might move out into some of these other areas, but you would have to be pretty picky. Okay, like, you know, I don't know, you could look around. But at any rate, here's what people do: they put a couple of ads in small biz ads and they think, man, I could reach so many more people with this if I just put it in as a job. So they go over to this column and start working their way down through here. If you are advertising your home business as a job, the first thing is you're not attracting the kind of people that you really want in your business. And secondly, you're breaking Craigslist terms of service. And here's what's going to happen: either Craigslist is going to catch you, or all the people around you that are trying to do the same thing are going to see your ad and flag it, and that will get you shut down. There is no chance you're going to be successful doing that, okay? So, what you're going to want to do is stay in this area, small biz ads, and in this your local area. Here's what happens: your ad will go on out past your local area, but it'll do it as Craigslist sees fit. Okay, so just leave it on your local town, leave it right here in small biz ads. Let's click on there and take a look. All right, now here come up the listings. Okay, now, as you can see, there is here's a mowing and lawn care ad, vehicle transport, and look at this one: looking for a few business minded people. Wonder what that could possibly be. you know it's people like us. A $20 investment can change your financial future. All right, now, these are home business ads, and this is where it goes on Craigslist. So what you want to do, first of all, you always want to have a picture. Let's just take a look. I have no idea. I haven't looked at this in advance. Let's click on that. Okay. There's a good headline. Okay. People looking for small business in this section, they're going to like the headline. There's a picture of some money. Okay. It's kind of what we do, right? And there's a description in here. Okay. And there is a website address. Okay, that is kind of how you would set up an ad on Craigslist. Now, uh, it's just like any other type of advertising. Your headline is key. Your image is right on top of the list of things that you want to get right. And then you want to add some things in your description to pull people on in. Now, the acceptable way to advertise on Craigslist is just follow the terms of service. Make sure you're not violating their terms of service, and post as often as the terms of service say you can. Now, last time I checked, that was about once every 3 days. But don't take my word for it. Go into the terms of service and read it and see how often you can post. And then set up a schedule and post that often. All right, keep your ad in there all the time, because here's what happens. Let's see if I can go back here. Um, your ad will work its way down. Okay, this is these are the dates right here, and your ad will just work its way down day by day. So what you want to do is stay up here at the top. And as soon as Craigslist will allow you to post again, go right back up here and post it again, so it'll show up in the top. And keep it just as clean and nice as you possibly can. As far as don't make it spammy or questionable looking, because of the fact that all these other people that are advertising on here, um, they are the ones that's going to cause you the most trouble. They don't want your ad showing up, okay? And they'll flag your ad. They'll try to get it taken down. So make sure that you're just really, presenting yourself as a local business that, just like this affordable mowing and lawn care, okay? Your business is just as legitimate as theirs. You are the local go-to person for what you have in your area. So just be sure that you keep it that way, all right? Just keep it strong. Now, another thing, I don't know that this will do it. This is the same ad we just clicked on. Let's just see. I don't know. Because of the fact that that's not changing, I don't think it is. But no, it's not. This image can be made clickable in Craigslist. If you don't know how to do that, just go to Google and write uh, in the browser, how do I make my Craigslist image clickable, and find out. Because just like with any other type of advertisement, the more ways that you can use to get people over to your website, the better off you are. So, here is the website listed on this ad, but they could have also made this image clickable so it would go to that when someone clicks on it. So that is the way I recommend to use Craigslist to advertise locally and stay in front of a lot of people. And you'd be surprised how much action you'll get on a good ad. You should toy with the headline and the picture until you get really good results. Now, let me tell you another way to take a look at this. When it comes to uh, recruiting, uh, all of these people in here looking for a few business minded people, that is probably a home business ad. If you go down through here, you're going to find here's one: paid on bills, don't believe it. You know, those type of headlines, you can see them from a mile away, okay? Um, you should take a look at those. Free handbook, earn passive income. All right, that's obviously a home business person advertising. These people may be the ones that are using the software, and they're all over the country and they're advertising on Craigslist. And you know why they're doing that? Because they don't know any better way. That's the reason. If they want to build a national business, Craigslist is not the way to do it. There's other better ways, and you don't have to break Craigslist terms of service to build a national business. But these people don't know that. If they're from somewhere else and they're advertising here, then you know right away that they need some help building their business. And also, we know that most people in the network marketing direct sales business are only active for just a few months after they sign up, and then if they don't get good help and they don't learn good skills, they're going to wind down, and pretty soon they're going to be looking for another opportunity. So it's really good to connect with these people, talk to them, find out what they're doing, ask them some key questions like, are they getting the type of help they need from their upline? Are they, you know, and try to connect with them. And these people can actually be good prospects for your business. All right, if you're have a stronger offer than they do, then you may very well be able to recruit them. And if not, just keep in touch with them. Try to connect with them on Facebook and other places, and build a list of these people because you know they already are interested in your type of business. Well, this is a couple of ways to use Craigslist to build a local following. And this is Ken Heaston on air. I hope this really helps a lot. And we've got more this week on building a local group. So look forward to talking to you about that. We'll be back with you tomorrow night. Ken Heaston on air in the evening news and signing off. Have a great night.